Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the weekly vlog. It's already Wednesday. My bad. I was convinced that I'd already introed this vlog for some reason, but I have not. So, hi, how are you? We've also got Tony sitting here being a little cutie pie. Also, yes, wearing a hat inside because, hi, Tony. Hat inside because it's my day off and I wanted to be a goblin today, and I have not done anything with my hair. Can you move? No. You don't want to move? Thank you. Yeah, so I'm looking real gnarly today, so hat. Another also, I hope the sound of my dishwasher is not too loud. If it is, my bad. Anyways, with that said, I have not done a whole lot this week. I've been pretty sleepy. Yesterday, my friend and I went out for ice cream, but aside from that, it's been pretty chill. I've been doing lots of reading and lots of video games. When I was pet sitting at my friend's house a couple months ago, they had SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, and I got obsessed with it, and it was part of the Steam summer sale a couple weeks ago, so I bought it, and I've been playing it pretty much nonstop today and Monday night, so that's been where the majority of my time has gone, and therefore not that much reading has occurred, but at least a little bit has. So my current reads, I've got two things on the go right now. First is The Shadow of the Gods by Gwynne, which is the third book in the Bloodsworn saga. It's the finale, and I'm hyped about it. I am 55% of the way through, and shit is getting real. I think we're coming up to the climax of the entire trilogy very soon, and I am pumped about it. Tony, you're really involved right now. Yeah. Want to say hi to all your adoring fans. Aside from that, I'm also reading Happy Endings by Thien Lam, which is a romance where the main character owns a sex toy store. I'm reading this one as part of a vlog where I read books at adult toy stores as somebody who used to work at one. I read the first book for this vlog maybe like 2 months ago, and I'm finally getting around to the second one. So we'll save my thoughts on this book for that video. Otherwise, I don't really know what else I have on my TBR for the week. My friend and I are probably starting our buddy read of The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon shortly. I'm not sure if that'll be this week or next week. I have to finish The Fury of the Gods first, and I think they're trying to finish 1 or 2 books before we start that, but that'll be soon at least. From Libby right now, I have out Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher, so I might start that one. That one is a possibility for the Buzzword readathon. I also have out the audiobook for Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer, which... Okay, I'm just gonna scoot this way, which is a nonfiction book that I've been meaning to start for a very long time and just haven't gotten around to yet. And then I also have out Spell on Wheels by Kate Leth, which is my backlist berry pick. It's been on my TBR since 2021. And finally, I have out the ebook for House of Crimson Hearts by Ruby Rowe, which is a spicy sapphic vampire romance. I've been in the mood to try some like dark romance recently, and I heard this one was pretty good. I did technically start this one. I haven't added it to my currently reading list though, because I only read the prologue. I'm not sure if I'm going to commit to this one just yet, but I at least have it out, so I have the option to do so if I so choose. But yeah, that's the plans for right now. Otherwise, for the rest of the week in terms of my plans, I'm going to an arcade on Friday, and then on Sunday my friend and I are going on a little adventure. We're going to a town a couple hours away just to explore, have a good time. And yeah, that's the plans for this week, so I'm gonna wrap that up there. So for the rest of the night, I do want to read. I haven't read any of The Fury of the Gods today, and I have to read at least 5 chapters a day to have it finished before it's due back on Libby, so I do need to get my chapters in, but I'm probably gonna go play more SpongeBob, most likely. It's like 8 o'clock right now, so I have plenty of time to get my chapters in for that one. But actually, maybe I will be on the couch because this guy seems to want to have some hangout time right now. So if he wants to hang out, then maybe I'll just grab my Kindle, sit on the couch together, and we can do that. Either way, I'm gonna wrap that up here, and we will chat at some point later in the week. have had a wonderfully boring week, and I'm so glad for it. I've had so much fun in the last few weeks. June was a truly insane month. I was so busy, and this is my first week where I've had like nothing to do, and I love it. Oh, I am such a homebody. I love going out and doing things and having a good time and all the things. But man, a full week spent at home doing nothing, that's really good too. I'm having a good time. Also, hi, it's Friday. How are you doing? I was supposed to have plans tonight, but they did have to get rescheduled. So instead, I've just had the night to chill and do nothing. It's been great. I got some groceries after work. I made a nice dinner. Watched some Drag Race with Tony on the couch. Overall, been a lovely evening. And aside from that, the rest of my week has been pretty chill. Yesterday, I went to the gym for the first time in quite a while, so that was great. But otherwise, I've just really been reading. I've been playing some video games, and I've been doing a lot of cooking as well. On Wednesday, I made a chickpea noodle soup with spaghetti squash as the noodles, and it was delicious. Vegan as well. I love making vegan food. And then I also made a crispy Korean potato salad, which I had with some corn on the cob, and it was delicious. I have a whole bunch of fresh produce right now, and I've been really inspired to cook a lot, so I'm having a good time with making some fun recipes, and I have so many things written down that I want to make shortly. But anyways, we're here for the books. I have a couple of updates for you. I finished something. Do I know what it was? No. Oh, I finished Happy Endings, which I'm not even talking about in this vlog anyway, so at least just to note that I finished it, but I'll save my thoughts for the Toy Store vlog. In terms of the Fury of the Gods, things are getting so good. Oh my god, I'm having a good time. I am 70% of the way through right now. I'm getting up to the end. I was reading this on break at work earlier, and I was sobbing. There was a part that happened that just had me breaking down in tears. I'm so glad that no coworker came to the back room. It was such a good scene. It was fantastic, and I am so excited for what the rest of this book has in store for me. I'm nervous. I'm probably going to cry even more, and I love that. I want to talk more about it, but I can't say anything about it because it's the final book in a series, so I have to keep my thoughts there. But if I could rant about this book, I totally would. And then finally, I've started a new audiobook. I am reading Defiant by Brandon Sanderson, which is the fourth and final book in the Skyward series, and I am presently 35% of the way through and having a pretty good time. I still don't completely love this series, I'm not gonna lie. I do like it, of course, enough to read 4 books in the series, but I don't love it, and I am kind of looking forward to it being over. I do want to read more Brandon Sanderson books. I think that this was a good place to start with his book. Well, actually, my first Sanderson book was Tress of the Emerald Sea, but aside from that, this is my first good taste for a series from him. So I do one day want to read the entire Cosmere, but I figured starting with a shorter series would be a good place to start and see if I even like his writing style before I commit to this ginormous series. And yeah, it's definitely good. I do like his writing. It's just the main character I just find annoying. And the funny thing is, she is significantly less annoying in this 4th book. I think she's actually a pretty good character. But after 3 books of disliking her, I'm having a hard time liking her, even though the parts of her that I disliked are not really even present in this book. I still just don't like her that much. But otherwise, having a pretty good time with this. I do like the plot. I like where it's going. I'm looking forward to finding out how the series wraps up. I think it's going to be pretty good. And yeah, I think that is really it for the time being. I need to go to bed early tonight. I'm very tired. I was up way too late last night. I went to bed probably around midnight or so, and I wasn't quite tired. So I was like, oh, I'll just watch, half an episode of For All Mankind. And then I got really good and I watched the entire episode. And then all of a sudden, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm sleepy today. It's fine. I need to go to bed though. It's already past 11 o'clock. So I should probably go to bed like right now. Will I do that? Probably not. But I'll try. I won't try. I'm not going to bed right now. I want to play video games really badly, but that's a bad idea considering that it's 11:15. But I kind of want to. So maybe I'll just play for like a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Maybe I'll play some video games. Maybe I'll read my book. Maybe I'll just go to sleep. Who knows? But we will chat later on. Hello, happy Monday. Time to wrap up the weekly vlog. I managed to finish both of my books last night. I stayed up way too late as per usual, but I couldn't stop. I was only planning on reading like a handful of chapters of The Fury of the Gods, and then I got to a point where I actually just couldn't stop. I had to finish it. I had to know how it ended, and I read the rest of it in the one sitting, which is not that much. It was maybe 15% of it, but considering that it was already quite late, it was like past midnight, it was a lot. I was up too late, but that's okay. I had an incredible time, and I did indeed sob. I bawled my eyes out reading the end of this book. Some sad, some happy, some bittersweet. This book was a roller coaster of emotions, and I just had to give it 5 stars. Technically, it's like a 4.5. If I'm being critical, there were a lot of battle scenes in this book. It was just like battle after battle after battle, and it did get kind of repetitive after a while. So it definitely wasn't a perfect book, but just given the emotional attachment that I had to all these characters, I had to give it 5 stars. Any book that can make me cry like that deserves to get 5 stars. So I bumped up my rating a little bit. This was such an incredible conclusion. I think this one is probably my favorite book in the series. I loved seeing how everyone's stories wrapped up, and like things were very cathartic towards the end of it. The climax of the story was so good. I could not put it down. It was amazing, and yeah, I just had such a good time with it. I did miss the live show for the book club, but that is okay. I'll be able to watch it later on. And I also finished Defiant last night. This one I'm giving a 3.5 stars, same as I gave Cytonic. I liked it pretty well equally. I did like how it ended. I found it to be a little bit predictable though, but otherwise pretty good. I don't really have any thoughts of this one, to be honest, and there's also not much that I can say about it because it's the 4th and last book in a series, so any of my thoughts would be pretty spoilery, so I'll just leave that there. But yeah, 3.5 stars. I'm happy to have finished the series. Love that for me. And I think that is all of the reading updates for right now. I've started 3 books today, but it's Monday, so all those will be in next week's vlog. But yeah, I have been reading a lot today, so look forward to that for next week. Other than that, my plans for Sunday also got canceled by me. Well, mainly by Tony, actually. I love that guy to bits, obviously. However, on Saturday night, he decided to pee on my bed again, right as I was going to bed. The red blanket that you can see there, that is a waterproof blanket that I have on my bed right now because he's been peeing a lot. If you missed last week's vlog, sorry, sad cat stuff, but just to recap if you missed it, Tony is not doing great. He's in end-stage kidney failure, which means that he is peeing a lot right now. So I have down a waterproof blanket, but of course, he decided to pee on the one spot on my bed that was not covered by the waterproof blanket, because of course he did. I swear he lives just to piss me off. And that was at like midnight, so I was up until 2 in the morning washing all of my bedding, and then he spent the entire night like crawling all over me and meowing in my face, just like wanting cuddles and attention. He wasn't feeling well, so I wasn't mad at him about it. I was trying not to get mad about it, but at like 5 o'clock in the morning I had had enough. And I messaged my friend at 5 a.m. being like, listen, I'm sorry, but I cannot come today. We were supposed to go on this like full day long adventure, like leaving at 10 a.m. and like not getting home until probably 8 or 9 p.m. and I simply could not do it. So I canceled my plans, but instead my roommate and I had a lovely day. We watched a whole bunch of Drag Race. She's watching the show all the way back to the very beginning. We were watching the last of season 7 and then watched the majority of All Stars season 2. And then we went out for ice cream in the evening and watched the sunset on the beach, and it was a very nice night. And then yeah, finished the books after that, and it was a great day. It's just funny that like literally all of my plans this week got canceled. But you know what? I'm not mad about it. I got to have a nice chill, cozy week at home. Lots of cooking, lots of reading, lots of movies and TV shows, and I definitely needed the rest. I needed to just have 1 week where I didn't really do anything aside from, you know, a couple of ice cream trips. But yeah, that should do it for this week's vlog. So thank you as always for coming along. I appreciate you. I hope you also had a fantastic week, and I'll catch you in the next video.